My schedule's been a mess.
I
Legitimately, people like, I hate talking about it because I'm not trying to whine. That's the hardest part of streaming.
Well,
legitimately.
What would you do if you were trying to whine? How would it come out differently if you wanted? You were trying actively.
Trying to whine is like, guys, you know, it's not about that. It's literally, I have to keep you informed because I'm not doing a show. I have to tell you I'm not doing a show because I feel weird just like leaving it hanging. And I'm not doing a show because X. It's not a complaint. It's like, this is the reality that I have. People are like, oh, he's whining or he's doing this. It's like, no, like, I'm just trying to tell you this is what's going on. It's not a whine. It's not a complaint. Like, I would love to do the show. I just literally can't.
It sounds a little whiny to me. It sounds a little whiny.
Okay. All right. I see what
April Fools. That's it. Pigeon.
Again, legitimately, I don't know. I can't. So my wife and I used to do like overnights in the cities. We go get a hotel in the Twin Cities and go hang out and go out and do stuff. We can't do that anymore. We can't do any of these like trips that we would do anymore. Like,
well, children, you know, you've got children.
Yes, that's the reality. We have 5 children, and unless we have a person available to watch them for multiple overnights, we can't do these trips. That's not a whine. I'm not complaining about it. It's a reality of the situation.
Want you to do this stuff, and you know, there's a reason why you can't.
I love going and doing live stuff and meeting people in person. I love it. I think it's a great way to connect to people. It's a ton of fun for me, and I love taking Lady Rackets away from the house because it gets us away from our schedule, and other people take care of that for a little while. But if we don't have that, we can't do it. So. That's been a change for us because we've had people who could do the overnights for us. They're no longer available. That's fine. It's not a whine. It's like, we can't do this. But also, as part of that, there are certain things that I would normally have done in regards to the show that similarly can't be done. I'm not whining about it. I'm just saying, I can't do this because X. I'm sorry. I want to do these things. I love to do these things. I like to do shows. They make me feel good.
No, do it with a whiny voice. Go like,
I don't know how
to do these shows. I want to do the show.
Oh, guys, I just want to do a show, but really I'm drinking a bunch of
it.
I have so much gin to get through and I just can't. It's like I like the show.
I'm just trying to contrast here so that we have to contrast.
But I talk about like I don't play video games. I don't watch movies. I don't read books. I can't read books. I fall asleep. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV shows. I don't like my leisurely activities have been long since sacrificed to the scheduling gods, which is great because I have other things to fill my life than this leisure, and they're fulfilling and they're wonderful. When the schedule gets disrupted or the ability to execute it gets disrupted, I'm not complaining that I can't do these other things. I just literally can't do them. And if I can't do that, like I can't do the show, I can't do what I need to and want to do. I'm sorry, like the show is my leisure. That's what I'm trying to get to. I don't watch movies. I don't play video games. The show is my leisure. I come on, I tell jokes, I smile, I talk to people. Sometimes I get to talk to a Gosney or two. I get to laugh through something Biden.
More than one?
But yeah, yes. But I get to laugh through a Biden gaffe or talk about constitutional law, and I like that. It's stimulating. It's interesting. It is entertaining to me, and it's one of the only forms I have left of these things. And when that gets disrupted, people are like, "Oh, he doesn't want to do it." Like, no, I actually want to do that, and I can't, which is shitty. But I'm not like bitching about, oh, my job is so hard. My job isn't like hard or disruptive.
You feel the need to explain your actions.
You have to say, right?
Members, you have members.
It's just frustrating because you try and give people like, hey, I don't want to just say, I'm canceling a show tonight. Peace. Like that seems like a dick move. It's like, hey, I'm canceling the show tonight. I don't have someone to do this. I had something come up, and literally, like a lot of times lately, I'll have to take a trip somewhere to go do something that otherwise wouldn't be a big deal, but I have to go do it now. And yes, it's at 11 o'clock at night, or well, it's really at 9 o'clock at night, but I won't be home till 1 a.m. It's like, well, I have to go do this thing like that. Otherwise someone else would take care of. I have to do it. I'm sorry. So you explain it and people are like, oh, wow, he's whining. He's like, no, not whining. I feel bad, but this thing has to get done. And before that, this thing was done by someone else. Now it has to be done by me. I'm sorry. You can't really, like, you don't share every aspect of your life on the internet. So people are like, what is it? Yes, guys, is drinking 2 bottles of gin. That's what it is. Or 7 bottles of wine. No, it's,
Well,
I have things.
Great either. Sometimes it just has to be done.
Yeah, it literally, exactly. But in reality, yes, like you have these things that have to be done. And look, if I can't do them, I don't know what happens next, but I know I can't do the show if I have to do the other thing. And you can't, unfortunately, it is the internet. You can't let everybody into every decision or every reason for things. And so that comes across like whiny or angry, like, oh, it's so hard. Like, no, I have a great life. It's blessed. It's wonderful. I wish all of you could have it. But here's the reality. Like, I have this thing, it has to get done. And otherwise it would have been done by someone else. And now they can't do it. So now it's me, because that's how it goes. I don't know how to say it in any other way. I'm not whining, but there's no context, there's no tone, there's no emotion over text. So you just say, hey guys, have to cancel the show, have to go do this thing, I won't even be home. Or hey guys, can't cover this trial, I'm literally not home 5 days out of the week when the trial is running.
Obviously feel the need to explain yourself to your listeners.
Yes, of course. Like, you know? I don't want to be an asshole who just says I don't want to do it, because it's.
But why not just embrace the asshole and lose the explanation?
If I just say I don't want to do the thing, that's shitty. It's not true.
But it's not true. Then just say can't do it. No explanation needed. Why don't you just get some testosterone and just say,
I don't believe in doing something like that. Like, I'll tell as much of the truth as I can. There's a reason I can't do a thing. Here's why. Otherwise, I just do it.
Do the haters accept your explanations, or do they just nitpick it even more?
I don't. So it's not about Steve. It's not about the haters. It's about the people who I actually care about.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Okay, that's a good.
People like, you're responding to the haters. Like, no, I'm responding to the multitude of people more than the haters who like actually pay for my content and watch my things. Like, guys, I'm sorry. I wish I could do this. My schedule is a fucking mess right now. I wish I could explain it, but it's personal to people who are not me. If it was just me, I'd tell you everything about it because I don't care. I'm an open book. But this is people who I don't have consent to share their stories and their realities, and I don't have consent to do any of that. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you about them. I can just say, hey, I have a change in my life that disrupts schedules.
You know what you should do is you should just do a stream on this. I'm
not going to do that. I'm going to put it up on Locals.
Clip it, put it on Locals, and then when you feel the need to explain, just say refer to my clip. Just like when I write the books and I say, go look at chapter so-and-so on ideas and answers, because I've already written the essay on it. If you want to learn more about why we're canceling the stream, you can go to this stream over here and it will give you the 30 minutes of explanation. And then you can move on.
No, it's but that's how it goes. And I'm going to put it up on Locals. I decided a friend reached out and said, hey, I don't want to tell you what to do, but these explanations are sounding hollow.
Fair enough, but I will.
But look, that's the reality, and I can't say much more than that. But I do feel a responsibility to people who are not like the haters, whatever that even means. Look, people who follow my content, I try to tell them as much as I can. It's just how it goes.